today I am at day one of the Caravan Industry Association National Conference. I was lucky enough yesterday to fly in after a 1 a.m. alarm and then a 5-hour drive to Melbourne for my 9:20 a.m. flight. Jumped on a Qantas plane, flew up here to the Gold Coast, and yeah, super excited to be here. But I'm very chuffed to have received an award, which I'll talk about that a little later on. So met with the panel of judges yesterday. What a lovely group of people. Had a really good long chat with them, and yeah, it was such a great experience. I just feel so lucky to be here and just, yeah, super thankful for the opportunity. So I'll show you a bit of overlay footage of the beautiful rooms here at the Royal Pines Resort. So we've got the most stunning views out over the Gold Coast. We're watching the golfers tee off. What a beautiful spot. I didn't participate in the golf morning this morning. It's really not my forte, but I would have loved to have hooked around on one of the buggies. That would have been super fun. Just such a beautiful place. So went out for a bit of a walk last night, got absolutely soaked because it poured with rain, something that strangely enough we haven't had a lot of down in Mount Gambier for this time of the year. It's normally wet but it's still quite dry. So went for a walk around the place and jumped into bed really early after the 1 a.m. alarm, and a bit of running on a bit of empty by last night. So was very spoiled with a nice 12-hour sleep in my beautiful room. Phoned my kids to wake them up for school. Got Nanny on the job there. Thanks, shout out to Nanny for handling things back at home while I'm away, and for the kids, looking after the dogs and keeping things running. So what does today bring? Well, I've got my lanyard on, and I will get changed later. I'm just about to head down for breakfast. Go down, grab a coffee, grab something to eat. It is such a beautiful place here at the Royal Pines. It's honestly stunning. So I'll jump down, grab some breakfast, come back up, make some phone calls, do some office work, and then we've got the first lot of sessions kicking off at 12 p.m. So I'll tell you a little bit more about those after those sessions. Really super excited to be here for day one of the Caravan Industry Association of Australia National Conference. Bring it on, can't wait. Fantastic day one here at the conference. So great to get around and see everything and get into the swing of things and the vibe of the place. And kicked off my day. The first session that I attended was the Australian Design Rules and Gas Compliance session. That one was really good. Learned heaps of things and brushed up on some knowledge, and it was great to hear some of the questions that the other participants asked. And then had a bit of a break, went and got a coffee, followed up by the next session, which was dealer and salesperson essentials around key legal obligations. So that was a really good one, sort of deep diving into some of those things that you don't sometimes want to have to think about, but is necessary to sort of know. Again, some great questions were asked, and it was really nice to sort of sit and listen and really immerse immerse myself in the information, and very knowledgeable key speakers today. So great to now have those contacts and sort of make those connections and learn from these people. So yeah, the Caravan Industry Association of Australia certainly have put on such a fantastic event so far. I'm super impressed with it, and of course all in the beautiful surrounds here at Royal Pines. It's such a pleasure to be here. And then this evening we kicked off with the welcome ceremony and the opening. So that was in the big main marquee that we went along to that, and everyone joined together and sort of celebrated the industry. And what a fantastic industry it is, honestly. Like, you really have to pinch yourself to think that we've got this most beautiful country, and that you can just hook up a caravan or jump in a motorhome and go wherever you like in your own time, stay at some amazing caravan parks, see the sights, meet new people. Everyone's really relaxed and chilled out, and it's just awesome. Absolutely love it. So it was nice to sort of celebrate that, and sort of joining together as a whole. And then we listened to 2 more keynote speakers, which were both fantastic. The first one was around AI. So yeah, just learning about how AI is impacting our day-to-day life and how much it is sort of changing the landscape for so many things. Very fascinating session, and I took a few screenshots and sent a few text messages to my son, who's certainly the tech head in my house, so he will love to have a look at some of the cool things that were shown to us and that were suggested. And most of them easy to access, and you can just jump on and type things in, and it's unbelievable what the AI and ChatGPT and Grok and all the other ones can produce. And yeah, it certainly sparked my imagination of a few things that I can try and do, and see what the AI comes up with. Like, it's actually amazing how much it can help you, and it's just one of those things that the more you know about it, the less scared of it you are, and the more you're sort of inclined to use it in your day-to-day life. And it was fascinating to know about how AI learns. Such a great session, really, really cool. And then we moved on to the next session, which was Who Gives a Crap? Finding Purpose in Your Business. So that one was awesome. And yeah, just again, having a really good think about your own purpose, your own business, where you're headed. And it was great to hear the story about Who Gives a Crap, which is, for those of you that don't know, a toilet paper brand that when they make their sales, half of the profit gets donated to countries where toilets are not installed, or they just don't have toilets. So Who Gives a Crap actually go around and install toilets in some of these countries, which obviously then minimises sickness and improves their life quality. And it's a really great cause, and it was so cool to hear the challenges of the business and how they were overcome, also through like the COVID times, and sharing some things that went wrong. And yeah, it was a really insightful session, so I'm definitely inspired. And came away after my big sleep last night with a nice little bit of enthusiasm and a bit of spark with some marketing. And just great to sort of consolidate things that you know and learn new things and be around people in the industry. Feeling so lucky to be here and just loving the journey, really. Not finished off with some welcome drinks down in the lobby near the Trade Centre. So tomorrow is a action-packed day full of sessions, so I look forward to sharing those. So really enjoying it here so far after wrapping up day 1 of the conference. day 2 here at the conference. My head is spinning. It was a huge day. Kicked off this morning at 7 o'clock with the research breakfast, where we heard lots of insight around research in the industry, and what is being done with the data, what we can take away from the data. It was really interesting, so enjoyed that little session first thing this morning. And next we jumped into an amazing session run by Andrew Morello, Intrapreneurship and Entrepreneurship, and your mindset. So yeah, it was really cool how Andrew delivered such an engaging session. He's a real character. I have a massive list of takeaways in my phone. I was making tables and bolding headings and and everything, so I've got a really clear plan to put some of the things that Andrew, some of the tools that he gave us into action. He was really honest and just really thought-provoking, so enjoyed every second of that session. So thank you very much, Andrew. Really had an impact on me. And here is a little snippet of Andrew's session, which he's kindly given me permission to share with you today.
This is where we want to get you to. So, let me just recap. This is you stuck in technician mode, bottleneck. This is now you brought on a couple of staff, but you're still getting dragged back into technician, and you're probably responsible for somewhere between 60 to 80% of the revenue that comes into your business, at a minimum. Put up your hand if that's you. It's a lot, it would be more than that. You're lying. Put up your hand nice and high, because this would be the biggest bottleneck I'm finding with entrepreneurs and intrapreneurs right now. You want to be a leader. Who thinks they're spending a lot of their time leading? I'd like to see, put your hand up, be confident about it. Ben, you're definitely one of them. Vicky, you're one of them as well. Last but not least is entrepreneur. This is where we start to get a bit more sophisticated, and I'm going to give you the 6 elements in a second and go from there. Now, actually work on the vision and actually get creative and get back to the thing that he actually loved about the business before he got stuck managing and leading people as well. Put up your hand if that sounds like a fun thing to do. Right? Fantastic. Just look at what that costed and what the cost per lead was and what the cost per acquisition was, or the return on advertising spend. Do we agree? Yes or yes? Yes. They think that you're making more money than you are. So why not just tell them how much money you're bloody making and give them an extra couple of grand if they hit the high budget? It's not a bad idea, is it? It's crazy. I'm crazy, guys. I'm the crazy guy. People are like, I can't tell them how much money I make. Like, here's the hot tip. They think you're a squillionaire and you're making 200 grand a year net profit before tax. Let's be honest, right? Yes, you're building an asset. A lot of them don't realise that either. Let's not remind them of that. Right, a saleable or scalable asset, right? So I want a 3-way forecast. Now, I have fun with my 3-way forecast. I call the low one, bang. Write that down, bang. Everyone say it with me, bang. No, they got it, bang. Ready, 1, 2, 3, bang. That's pretty good, wasn't bad.
How awesome was that? He's, such a great guy, such a character, and I really enjoyed his session so much and got so much out of it. So I've got my notes in my phone, I've got my table, I've got my headings bolded, I've got my plan of all the little takeaways and the things that I want to implement to really start to grow my business a little bit more and look towards the future. Sometimes it just takes somebody to kind of shout some of these things out at you and show you little bits and pieces, and you can really format the information that's given to you into something that you can implement into your business. So thank you very much, Andrew, for that. Then after that, we had a little bit of a break. We then jumped straight into a session led by Toby from Koa Parks over in the US. And that was, unexpected. I didn't quite know what I was going to get out of this session, but you always get something out of the session. So just went in there really open-minded, and it was really cool to see from a different perspective how they market parks in the US and the sort of their data and analytics behind the customers and the trends and what they do in their parks to sort of boost the customer satisfaction of their stay. And probably one of the cool things I saw was the patio site. That was pretty cool. So I'm sure there were many caravan park owners out there taking notes around that, because that could be a real hit here in Australia. But yeah, that was a really good session, and I'm glad that I got to attend that one. And then the big one, another big one, not that anybody could have topped Andrew's session, but Damien Oliver. He really was a great guest speaker today, and great to hear his story and see how down to earth he is, and to share some of his challenges in his life and how he overcame them. And when we watched the media package at the start, and it sort of ran through all the races he's won and showing him on all the horses he's ridden, like, I had full goosebumps. It's just incredible what he's done in his career, and such a long spanning career as well. He was sharing all these trials and tribulations, and and then we sort of were able to turn that into some little takeaways that relates back to business and the challenges, and some of the days where you think, hang on a minute, why am I doing this? But then you realize why you're doing it, and to keep at it even on the days that might be harder days, that you can always overcome them and always turn things around. And nothing's usually as bad as it seems. And Damien was really good at sharing his journey, and being so kind to invite us into his story, and allowing us to get some inspiration from that. So thank you for that, Damien. That was really good. And then we broke for lunch, and then came back for some afternoon sessions. So I've written them all down because there was like a masterclass, or we had a few in there. So we had risk versus reward, that was Damien, and then we jumped into business love languages. So that one was a bit creative, where it was sort of like an analogy of being in dating, and from the first look through to the first date, intimacy, a few laughs in the room when some of the topics were covered, through to moving in together, and then marriage. So it was really well done. And afternoon sessions are always a bit tricky because everyone's a bit tired after lunch, and kept us all awake and on our toes. And that session was rounded out by our host showing us how to make a video in like under 5 minutes. So that was pretty cool, and I saw lots of people having a good laugh, and at the little video that we quickly made as a group, and going around getting all the shots and then editing them together. So great that everyone can pick up something that they might not know, or just gain a new little skill that you might not have known. So that one was really good. And then back to back we ran these 3 sessions, the 3 sessions that we attended. Then we had winning the trust game, so around trust with your customers. We jumped into some caravan industry marketing, so around what the Caravan Industry Association of Australia does with its marketing campaigns, with its marketing spend, which is in turn supporting everybody else in, out on the beat. We've got the dealers, we've got the manufacturers, we've got the caravan park operators, and it just sort of showed how they're continuing to grow the brand, which was really cool, definitely up my alley. Then we broke for some afternoon tea with some more sessions to the Salvo, and then we've got a bit of a dinner tonight. So all in all, a really great day today. I made some wonderful connections. It's crazy how you can be in the right place at the right time, and just run into some amazing people who have got so much knowledge and are happy to share that with you. And I'm just so lucky to be here, so fortunate, and soaking up every second. And thank you, Chris, today for being a bit of a matchmaker. He helped me out with a few connections, and I really do appreciate the support of Chris and everybody at Caravan Industry Association of Australia, who have made my visit a very, very memorable one. So yeah, looking forward to dinner tonight, and then see what tomorrow will bring for tomorrow's conferences. Day 3 here at conference, the final day, and what a day it's been. So today we had lots of sessions, we got to hear some really inspiring stories, and I spent a fair bit of time today connecting with people, so it was really good to sort of talk to like-minded people and swap ideas. I had some sessions that I wanted to implement for my business, so I was able to sit down and sort of drill down on some of those finer details, so that was really good today. And then we spent a little bit of time this afternoon just getting ready for tonight's big night of nights here in the Caravan industry, and that was the gala dinner. So I was lucky enough to be a finalist. You would have heard earlier this week I was up here and I got to do a panel interview, which was a great experience, and I was just so happy to be a part of it and connect with new people and learn things, and to actually be up for the award was just a huge achievement, and I was completely happy with that. And I got the shock of my life tonight, as I have actually been awarded, can you believe it, the Ultimate Business Systems RV Salesperson of the Year 2025. So I have now won a national award, little old me from Mount Gambier and my little dealership. So it's pretty special, and only few people know the hard work that goes on behind the scenes, and it really is a bit of a labour of love. And I just I love caravans, I love customer service, and I love what I do, and I just go over and above whenever I can. And just by sharing kind of my story, it's I don't know how, but it's got me this award. It's kind of amazing to think. I obviously have a whole bunch of thank yous, and it just it's 1 o'clock in the morning here, so sorry if I look a bit disheveled. It's I've been doing the nut bush on the dance floor, so had a bit of celebrations tonight, and everyone's down at the Michael Coolman bar kicking on. I am not. I've got a plane to catch in the morning, so I've pulled up stumps. So thank you so much to my amazing family, always there supporting me. Both my beautiful children, Eliza and Tristan, you're there every single day. On the good days, the bad days, we get it done. We're the dream team. And I honestly couldn't do it without you. The rest of my family, my mum, my auntie, my Uncle Craig, who does all my transport for me. And a huge thanks to Darren and Dion down at DP Marine. Shout out to Malibu Caravans. So without you guys, there wouldn't be a dealership. So I am so grateful for that. And thank you again to Chris and the team at Caravan Industry Association of Australia. I'm super pumped, hopefully next year, to be able to come along and hopefully be a judge and help out where I can. I've got a few marketing ideas for the industry association, so I hope to just really immerse myself in the next 12 months in not only my business, but actually looking at the industry as a whole and celebrating it and working together. There's so many people I connected with, from service agents, dealers, manufacturers, caravan park owners, and we all have to work together for our common interest, and that's to get people in their caravans, in their RVs, out on the road, seeing this beautiful country, And whether that means putting them in a van, putting them in a motorhome, or helping them with their breakdown if they're on the other side of Australia, or hosting them in the park, giving them that great home away from home that they deserve. So yeah, such a great industry. So happy to be a part of it, and yeah, really can't believe that I've won this award. So yeah, I'll come down off cloud 9 once I let it sink in. But yeah, thanks again to everyone who has supported me along the journey, and the biggest shout out of all, obviously, to my customers. You guys have trusted me, you've put your faith in me, you've got behind me and taken a chance, and I know that I can call so many of my customers now lifelong friends, and I'm just so blessed to have you in my life, and that you've chosen True North RV, and that yeah, we can continue to work together in the future. And I look forward to meeting so many more people as my business grows, and super excited for the future as well. I'll finish off with a bit of a funny. So there was a lovely gentleman doing caricature, and I think what he's done, if you can see that okay, what he's done is actually pretty good. So yeah, I've got the side pony, I've got the scrunchie. That's pretty much me on an average day. So yeah, he did a really good job of that. So yeah, we did have a lot of fun here at conference. I most definitely will be back next year. And yeah, thanks again to the Caravan Industry Association of Australia.